Hitting the ground running, starting something with great enthusiasm and energy right from the beginning. Calling it quits, deciding to stop what one is doing, typically in reference to ending employment or ceasing a particular activity. Pitting your wits, using your intelligence and skills to face a challenge or solve a problem. Hot air, speech or writing that is intended to be impressive but lacks substance or sincerity, often used to describe empty promises. Bad blood, feelings of hostility or ill will between people. Clearing the air, resolving misunderstanding or tension in a relationship by discussing conflicts openly. Chopping and changing, frequently changing opinions or plans, often leading to confusion or inefficiency. Share surge, a rapid increase in the price of a company's shares, typically driven by positive news or financial results. Trigger huge payout, initiating a large payment, often used in context with executive compensation or contractual obligations. Cultural revolution, a significant change in the way a society or group operates, often associated with dramatic shifts in norms and values. Council tax discount, a reduction in the tax that a household is required to pay to their local government authority. Inheritance tax, you are the weakest link, a playful or critical remark about the perceived inefficiencies or unfairness of inheritance taxes. Shareholder revolt, actions taken by shareholders expressing dissatisfaction with management, typically seen during meetings or through voting against proposals. Rural retreats trump urban living, a trend or preference for living in rural areas as opposed to cities, often for lifestyle or environmental reasons. Dumping ground, a term used negatively to describe a place where unwanted waste or products are disposed of, or where undesirable tasks are relegated. Bearish week, a period where market prices are falling or expected to fall, reflecting negative sentiment among investors. Bullish outlook, optimism about future market performance, expecting prices to rise. Stock plunge, a sharp drop in the price of stocks, typically due to adverse events or market conditions. Market rally, a period during which stock prices increase significantly across many sectors of the market. Fiscal cliff, a situation in which a series of previously passed laws might simultaneously come into effect and reduce the budget deficit, potentially leading to an economic downturn. Economic downturn, a general slowdown in economic activity over a sustained period of time, often marked by a decline in GDP and other economic indicators. Financial literacy, the ability to understand and effectively use various financial skills, including personal financial management, budgeting, and investing. Inflation index, a measure that examines the weighted average of prices of a basket of consumer goods and services, such as transportation, food, and medical care. Capital raise, the act of obtaining capital from investors or the market, typically to fund business operations, expansion, or investments. Currency fluctuations, changes in the value of one currency against another, which can impact international trade and investments. Forex losses, losses resulting from trading in foreign currencies, due to changes in exchange rates. Liquidity crisis, a situation where a financial institution or an economy faces a shortage of cash or easily convertible to cash assets. Debt ceiling, the maximum amount of money that a government is authorized to borrow without receiving additional authorization from its legislature. Credit crunch, a critical situation where there is a sudden reduction in the general availability of loans or credit. Asset bubble, a market phenomenon characterized by rapid escalation of asset prices followed by a contraction. Equity stake, ownership interest in a company, usually in the form of shares. Dividend payout, the payment made by a corporation to its shareholders, usually as a distribution of profits. Interest rate hike, an increase in the central bank's rate, which typically affects borrowing costs for individuals and businesses. Yield curve, a line that plots the interest rates, at a set point in time, of bonds having equal credit quality but differing maturity dates. Trade deficit, a situation where a country's imports exceed its exports during a specific period.